And what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the beard struggle and our ambassadorship that we had with the beard struggle called the Brand Viking program. I feel like there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that we would actually be able to touch base on and talk about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dig right in. So it all starts with this first Facebook post that I made on my personal profile page. It says, "For some time, I've been committed to a single beard care brand, but upon investigating other brand ambassador initiatives, I've discovered a reciprocal interest in their offerings and my patronage, notably my 4-year journey marked by participation in beard competitions, product naming, advertising, and steadfast content creation across social media platforms, earning me berserker status. The 4th tier of 7 ranks yielded no tangible recognition or actionable advice. This experience has taught me that appreciation and acceptance are evident in how others treat you. Avoid investing time in those who fail to acknowledge your worth. Seize this unique opportunity to be yourself, seeking validation where it genuinely counts." And real quick, guys, sorry if I sound like shit. I'm kind of sick right now. The weather changing and, getting into the different seasons. So, this kind of happens. Just bear with me a little bit, and I do apologize. Again, this is on my Facebook profile page as a status, and I didn't mention any names. I'm not going to. One of my Brand Viking buddies had kind of agreed and said, "Very true." And I replied, "Honestly, I'm disappointed, but I've reached out to the founder of the Beard Struggle and Craniac seeking guidance on how to improve and contribute to the community and brand. Unfortunately, my efforts were met with a lack of support, and I'm not alone in this experience. The Brand Viking description promises empowerment and a community uplift, yet it seems the focus is solely on Craniac's ideas, visions, products, dismissing others' suggestions and silencing dissent voices. My goal was to participate in the commercials, be featured in the website, or potentially join the Beard Struggle team, and it seems it's possible under the current administration." Okay, so the only name that I've mentioned so far is Craniac, and he is the director of the entire Beard Struggle program and the admin that runs the Facebook groups and has all of the control over it. So I have to hold him responsible along with the creator of the Beard Struggle. Those are the only two people that you'll hear and see their names. Other than that, I'm going to keep this completely confidential, and the only reason that you're going to see their names is because one is the guy that created the Beard Struggle, and the other one is the person that runs the program. So their jobs are, twined up into this. So they have to, be mentioned. Ultimately, we have to hold them accountable. So Craniac said, "Please elaborate." My buddy got to reply first since I was at work, so he said, "No, dude, it's a lack of response, not saying anything to anyone. I had to contact you guys. I've had nothing but good from these other companies, and I've been dealing with you for years, and I couldn't even get a valid response from you. Your lack of communication is apparent in what y'all decided. Why did I have to contact you when it was canceled? And if this isn't the first time it canceled, maybe y'all are doing something wrong. I've been to multiple festivals and competitions. I've watched y'all kick people out for using other brands at Bald and Bearded. I was told I would be too for mustache wax, and y'all claim to grow more facial hair using your products, which is an obvious lie. Science proves that. Not to mention, for the cost of your products, I can get the same thing cheaper, 2-ounce bottle for less than the 1 ounce. Your biggest customer base is your own people. I've moved on. I'm just relating to Dalton, and the cries of your people have fallen on deaf ears." So real quick, I'll just go ahead and explain this situation to make sense for you. This guy had won a competition through the Beard Struggle, and what he would get is a TBS trip to go over and be in one of the commercials. So it's the Beard Struggle trip to go to Norway and be in the commercials, and he won. And I remember competing for it because I also wanted to do that as well, and I'm not gonna lie, when he won, I was like, damn, but at the same time, I was so happy to see someone else win, someone from the United States, and I was going to be able to see what it was like for someone to go and be a part of that and experience it through him and his posts. So I was excited, I was happy for him. And to see that they canceled on him and they didn't even let him know, they literally like just, kind of ghosted him. He had to reach out to them and find out that I guess what had happened was they had a sponsorship, and that sponsorship had, canceled, which really doesn't make any sense because, like, how is the Beard Struggle going to host a competition, and that competition you win something, and that thing that you win is tied up to a sponsorship that can just cancel it anytime they want or approve it anytime they want? It doesn't make any sense. In which Craniac responds, in the past 2 years, I only kicked 2 people from the program, and both of them were basically taking advantage of other people. Not sure who kicked who. I even stated it publicly that you do not have to be committed to one brand to be in the program. Hell, we even have people inside the program that didn't buy a product in years, and we never asked people to only buy or have a mandatory buy. As for the cancellation, it was never in our hands, as I told you when we talked. As for the cries of our people, we have always tried to listen and change to align with those requests, but again, we respect everyone's opinions and we don't hold grudges on people. So I'm not going to lie, that's not a really good response. He kind of touches subjects on things and then doesn't even give a really good answer to, explain why things happened the way it did. He just kind of, this is just trying to push out, something real fast, in my opinion. Now, I replied to both of them. This kind of sums up what I think, and I was very professional. And so it says, it's remarkable how underlying politics seem to dictate decisions from voting irregularities to favoritism and event cancellation, lacking accountability and fairness. This isn't the first instance. Previously in the Gang Gear competition was canceled despite encouragement to participate, rendering our contributions meaningless. I've faced disappointment, being told a moderation was possible, only to be disregarded for familiar associates. Additionally, my suggestions for products were deemed unnecessary, yet others like Craniac have successfully introduced products such as beard care items and branded merchandise within the community. Which isn't untrue. Craniac has dropped a cream for, and a couple other things that was, something that he created that the Beard Struggle launched directly for him, while other people had ideas and he told other people it wasn't a good idea. Now, I don't have proof, screenshots, or any of that, and I can't even remember. Just within the 4 years of being in the Beard Struggle, you see certain things, and I'm not going to lie, I had a few ideas that I pitched and was basically told that they're not going to be very good and they're not going to sell. So, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. And one of their Facebook moderators from within the Beard Struggle brand Viking group, this guy was not mentioned, not even talked about, completely blindsided, left hand coming out of field here. And this is what he had to say. He's like, whoa, hang on, LOL, time out. I've read enough. I've gotten messages from you asking for advice several times, and I've chatted right away and given on how to better everything. And you asked, I know for a fact Craniac has too. They all have made posts, showed videos, ideas, put their secrets out in the group and educated and went above and beyond for anyone that had any questions. It's not their problem that you didn't like the answer you got back or the fact that you didn't get boosted to the #1 slot or the TBS program that literally nobody has. You're in a delusional place where you think people owe you something for saying nice things to them, and it's honestly getting old, bro. I've held back from making any public comments on a lot of your posts where you want to cry for pity and sympathy, but this is too much. You speak on and about people. You have no idea the shit they sacrifice to do the things that they do to keep a ton of unappreciated ass guys happy. Bro, you're a grown-ass man that is crying because of a group of other grown-ass men are not sucking you off publicly as a god. Get over yourself, bro, seriously. But hey, to clarify, my intention is not to offend or polarize, but rather than to set the record straight in the lying shit that you just said on this post. So that's kind of a bold statement from this guy to say. Obviously he's one of their friends. They got like a little friend group within the Beard Struggle, and he's a part of that group. He's a Facebook moderator within the brand Viking Beard Struggle program. So again, this guy was not even talked about, not even mentioned. This was all on my Facebook profile page, where I'm literally just saying, hey, if you can't find what you want in this program, go to another and you might find it. And I get this. So I reply, unfortunately, my inquiries remain unanswered, and the information provided contains significant inaccuracies, which I can sustain with evidence. Interrupting me before I complete my thoughts is immature and unprofessional. I'm perplexed by the practices that have led to your success, as they appear to deviate from ethical standards. The competition organized where self-voting and blocking occur, deliberately pitting individuals against each other with known outcomes. I expect humility and honesty aligned within the company's values, considering my 4 year of commitment. In which he replies, LMFAO, this is about you not winning beard wars, ha ha ha, a fucking friendly competition that you think I somehow have rigged, LOL, bro, do you have any idea how fucking stupid you sound right now? You are perplexed by the practices that led to my success, ha 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 ha, my success is summed up very simply by I make a post and I give less than half a fuck of what you think about them, and as for your expectations, LOL, those for sure can go along with your thoughts. Your photo is posted along with the others in battle. I have no control over who has you blocked because they're tired of seeing you cry. But I tell you what, since it's so complicating for you to understand and so demeaning to your committee services, this can easily be fixed. You're not making an entry. So what he's talking about is that he hosts a competition called Beard Wars. And I found out within playing in Beard Wars that not only do people vote for each other, but people will block you and then go and vote against you. And this is all allowed, and he's happy about it. I've tried mentioning that these are all kind of things to exploit, and you're not going to have really good results, and, you know, you're going to kind of piss a lot of people off once they realize this. And, you know, him and Kraniak, they don't really care. You know, they kind of just said it's out of their hands, and, you know, similar things of what you've seen them say. So, you know, it is what it is, and he's now saying that I cannot participate in the Beard Wars. So now he's posting on other things from, you know, my profile page and just kind of trolling, you know, being an asshole, kind of harassing. And I'm not going to exactly read everything. You know, you can kind of see what he's saying and what he's doing, and, you know, he's posting GIFs and things like that. So I replied, the fact that you can talk this way to someone on their personal account when I've literally done nothing to you or was even talking about you is crazy. And I'm legit concerned about the inside operations of how TBS treats one another, because if it's here on the most minuscule level Facebook group moderator, it's probably going to be all over the company. And I cannot represent or be a part of hostility, which I still agree with, you know. I still to this day wonder how TBS actually runs, you know, because if they're all just taken up for their friends and, you know, not aligning business practices first and prioritizing customers, you know, that's not going to be good for your business, you know. And which he replies, watch yourself, brother. You already cried like a little bitch to have me stop. Don't open a door you can't close. Everything he says is blasphemous. Everything he says, he doesn't even, he just kind of lives in his own little world. And he literally threatened me. He said, watch yourself, brother. Like, what the fuck does that mean? So again, here he is commenting some more. I literally didn't even, like, say anything to him. He literally is just talking to himself at this point, you know, tell me that I need to block him if he wants this to stop. And, you know, I'm the one tagging people. I've literally never tagged anyone. You guys have seen it. He literally tagged Kraniak, you know, in his first post. I literally never did that. I literally only said Kraniak's name, and the only reason I even mentioned that was because he's the director of the Beard Struggle program. He is the main guy for that program and can do anything. And if anything happens from within that, he should be the person that is accountable and responsible, because it's his job. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So at this point, I'm trying to get him to stop. I'm kind of taking screenshots and posting them and kind of trying to spread awareness. I'm hitting up Kraniak. I'm hitting up the founder. I'm sending emails to the support. And one of my followers quickly reminded me, and it was so awesome. He said, that guy seems pretty out of line. You've got groups over 20K active members, which is double the amount that the Beard Struggle has in their program, and have never seen yourself or allow any admin or mod to say anything out of pocket like that. And you don't even run a company in those groups, which is like icing to the cake. So yeah, I have an admin team in these Facebook groups that I've created. And all of our groups, we have about 20,000 people in it. And none of my admins or moderators have said anything close to, like, they won't attack people. We just kind of, do our job, right? And I don't even run a company. These guys run a company, are acting like this. Like, this is the only reason I'm reporting this. And I'm humbled to have a community of people that will speak out and let me know what's going on. Like, that's so awesome to have and so appreciative. And that's why I reciprocated everything I reciprocated back to him. And people start coming out of the woodworks. We have people that have been in the Beard Struggle program, the Brand Viking program, and have seen this happen and go on. It's not just me saying this. I've noticed for the last 2 years when they've dropped, their stuff like Black Fear, Mjolnir Strike, all these new stuff, and it's just not that good. It's just, they're totally trying to sell products to the brand Vikings, and they have a subscription. They have a black card subscription that you have to pay for to get things early, and they only limit it out like 10 or 20 at a time, which is crazy. So, that's a whole other thing. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff going on within the Beard Struggle Brand Viking program that are not fair, and they're very cliquey. They're very much for their friends and what's going on and all of that stuff. So rather than running a business. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video off right here. I'm going to make a part 2 and a part 3, and hopefully this will be a little bit faster as well. This was kind of the longer video. I just wanted you guys to completely understand what was going on here. And, I'm trying to get all the pieces, together so that way it makes sense. A lot of these guys have deleted their stuff for obvious reasons. And we'll get into the conclusion of what happened. But the next video we're going to talk about will be all in the direct messages. I've talked to the founder of the Beard Struggle, Crane.